EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitor's sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys were winners a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row in this one. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go from Indianapolis. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball. He was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He is having his way. Another big game. This time 18 yards and a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate, there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
It's 3rd and 7.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
10 at the 12-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now off the bootleg. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. That is Nick Cross up from the secondary to record the sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, it's a little bit different now.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open when they were. He missed some throws. The offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his man. That's down. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Colts first down.
That's good for a Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Colts first down.
Now, faking the give. He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Taylor. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss. Back at the 3-yard line, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Makes the score 7, Giants 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it about the 8, and he's in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 14, Giants 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught.
19 yards. And the Giants first down. A gain of 19
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
They'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. The throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now from the gun. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, New York. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Now Matthew Wright to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And this one is caught by Pierce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A short pass taken in by Warren. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
7-yard gain. And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 49.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And a good run there. Get him 5 yards. From the 46. Here's 2nd and 5. That's Pierce in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Hot left side, it's complete. A nice throw from the 2nd-round pick. It'll get him a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback.
And he will get into the end zone. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Colts are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spreading around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
brought down.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Giants.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Giants.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Number 26. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Brian Daboll there, the head coach of the Giants. His guys heading back out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and will hit it up the middle. And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
A gain of 12. 1st down, New York.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Nick Cross. A 7-yard pickup.
They'll stick with him again. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. 3rd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
Now a give on the ground. He's going to be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down. To the ground, he'll get it again. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. 3rd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Out comes Matthew Wright to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Finding open man, that's Pittman. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the
They'll run here with Taylor. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and 8. Back to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. 3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but it's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
It is 3rd and long.
Tyler Warren. It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a first down.
And the Giants first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now, faking the give. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. Glad the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The RPO, that one is complete. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
The 12-yard line.
A carry here for Tracy. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And the Giants going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
First down. 1st and goal, Giants.
Tracy trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense...
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. Take it in for 2. And we are all tied here in the 3rd quarter.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The Colts offense ready for this next possession. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not. And he's taken down there.
Well, they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack. Now, if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive. And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, Throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll run the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. They'll come up here. 1st and 10.
A gain of a yard. First down, Giants.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going up top. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Cross there defensively.
He'll look to throw. He's going to try it here again. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, this will start from the 12. Try to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and long.
Paulson of Debo on the coverage.
Throwing now from the gun. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. The Colts about set to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Giants offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that 1st down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will have a Giants 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 46-yard line.
Too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now right to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants go up by 7, 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes White. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he is very close to the 1st down. But eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. And now the punting unit will come on. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
He takes it off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He's the first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches. Taylor. He's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
And time runs out there. He just airmails it towards the bench. Incomplete. You can sense a little frustration there. It brings up 3rd down. Able to find Pittman. It's complete.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
They'll run with Tracy. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Giants.
And the Giants first down. A gain of 12. First down, Giants.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
A gain of 39 yards. That's another Giants first down.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll catch nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he is close to the pilot, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cam Scattaboo. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Right adds the extra point. And And the Giants will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Pass right side to down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. They go right back to Downs. He's got it again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go zone read here on 3rd and short. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. They'll look to throw. The right side that is hauled in by Warren. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
That's good for a Colts 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Moving to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Colts.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
His kick is good. And the Colts back within 7. It's 35-28. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. 2nd and 10.
On the deep ball. Cameron Bynum on the coverage.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Timeout. Indianapolis, that is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw here to begin the drop. To the left side and taken in by down. It is 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
There's the spike, and that stops the clock with 20 seconds to go. Now, a big 3rd down. Time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. So a road win here for the Giants. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.